Let's just start that whole thing again. Yeah, g'day. So, g'day everyone. Mick O'Keefe here from BNI Gateway, and I'm meeting with my good friend Nick Steiner. Hello, Nick.
Yep. Hey, how you going?
Nick is the founder, creator, and energy behind the Mini Farm project. So, Nick, tell us what was the road like to developing the Mini Farm project? What was the journey? Walk us through it.
Journey was I was working full time in hospitality.
Yep.
Pretty much over it. At my age, I was like, let's do something different.
Yes.
And I thought, well, let's give back to community. And at the time, I was into healthy food. I was into gardening, and I also saw that a lot of people who were in situations of homelessness were getting gut putty, like the cans and the packets, and that's not nutrients for them. I thought, well, let's have a bit of a think. Came up with an idea to create a charity that built farms that grew food, and then that food is then given for free to charities, and then they create the meals or give us hampers. So we then become a manufacturer of food, and that's vegetables, fruits, fish, chicken, eggs, bush foods, and honey and things like that. So at the moment we've got two farms now, which is 2 half-acre farms here in Samford and in Logan Lee State High School. And previously to that, I set up the first farm in my backyard. In Burpengary.
I was going to ask, like, have you got a horticultural background? Because like, whenever you turn up dressed like this, you look like a farmer.
It's
the brand. The brand.
I actually went to a black tie ball, and I dressed up like this. It was like, hang on, everyone's dressed up as like
you're like the Steve Irwin who just turns up in his car keys wherever he goes.
And that's the shtick. So everyone knows, okay, Nick's here, and they have a good laugh. So first farm is 2014. In my backyard, because I wanted to test the whole system to make sure I wasn't crazy. And I told everyone at work this is what I was doing. They were like, okay, crazy guy. So they came up actually one weekend to help me out, and the boss is like, I see what you're doing, I'm going to help you. So Wine and Dynam have been our foundation sponsor since 2014.
Great.
Every month they give us money, which is great, just keeps us going. And then we had raised garden bed farms actually at my work at the backyard, because it was a concrete warehouse situation. So we thought, we want to grow food anywhere. How can we do that? Okay, raise garden beds and IBC tanks. Then we had a farm for 4 years at Cooperoo at Timbertops Childcare Centre. Next door, they gave us the residential block, and we had a big farm there in grow bags. And because in Brisbane, most of the soil is contaminated because of all the floods and the chemicals and stuff like that, so you got to be careful. And we didn't want to poison people who were in a situation of need. So it was like, okay, grow bags. So now we can grow food on the roofs, in concrete, in land that you can't grow in. So the idea was, how can we make the most amount of food quickly in urban areas to feed people in need, because there was a lot back then. And then the journey went with those farms. We had a variety of other smaller farms, just showcasing what we can do. COVID came along, I lost my job. The boss said, why don't you just stick to the job keeper thing for a bit, and we'll see what we can do with you for a year, but work on the charity. So I did. And then we got the farm here in Samford, which was just by sheer happenstance and law of attraction. We had the money, had the site, had the farmer, all within 2 weeks.
Great.
So we just went with it.
Together.
So it came together quite nicely.
Awesome.
First half-acre farm. So we've moved from a model of volunteer farms in the city because of COVID to larger farms in the periphery of the city to actually employ full-time staff to manage the site, because you can't do it with volunteers.
And look, let's be right, like, you guys are generating a lot of produce because it is a big problem. Like, I know you share with us the statistics. Like, what are they?
We're actually in a food crisis situation now today. So before COVID, it was about 1 in 7 adults. Now it's about 1 in 5, 6. 1.3 million children in the last 12 months went hungry. And now it's 1 in 5 households from the food bank report. So they...
Like 20% of households out there are not eating properly. Like, are not, because they can't afford to. Like, it's
they're
not
skipping meals or going whole days without eating. Parents of kids feeding the kids and eating scraps from the kids' plates. And people are really doing it tough. And also people who are now full-time employed are going to charities. So before COVID, charities were overwhelmed. Now they just can't keep up.
It's just worse.
Because the cost of living crisis has gone crazy. The global contagion with the financial system is going crazy and stressing everyone out. Supply chain issues. You can also see it now in Coles and Woolies and stuff. The fruit and veg is here and there. It's dear. It's not good quality like it used to be.
Yeah.
And it's scattered supply.
Yeah, okay.
So they're catching up because of the rains last year that took out all the farms in the eastern seaboard down to Victoria.
Yep.
And even our organic supply, because we have boxes, so we put in some potatoes and carrots and stuff, they've got massive issues as well. So
really.
It's across the board. So what we want to do is make sure that we're the largest organisation that grows free food every week for free for charities only.
Yep.
And then, of course, we sell some just to keep on going, because how we work is businesses can donate and sponsor a bed for a year.
Yes.
So they get back a whole year worth of content that they can share with their customers. So instead of the traditional, I'm here to disrupt the charity space. I want the businesses to get an entire year of return on their investment, and it is an investment in the community.
Yeah.
It's a donation, so it's tax deductible. I can't give them a gift because it's not lawful, but I can recognize that donation for a year.
Yep.
So the idea is that they then talk to their customers and go, hey, look, you're supporting our business and we're feeding
this
people
is what
in
we
the
do.
community.
Yeah.
And this is a massive problem, and we want to change the way that we talk to you as a customer, going, we've got a big bloody problem. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
So that's their return. They get a plaque, and we give them statistics throughout the year of what they've grown. Then we sell coffee.
Yep.
So people can wake up with purpose and buy our coffee, which is...
And that's the thing, it's anyhow money. You're going to spend it anyhow. So spend it with Nick. You can buy through the website. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's really simple. And most people like coffee anyway.
And it's bloody good coffee. Like, it is really nice coffee.
It's really nice. And the best part of it is because it's done by Coffee Commune through Phil DeBella.
Yep.
We've got quality. They do all the work.
Yep. So distribution,
I just get
everything's...
the money.
Yep.
And I don't have to worry about something. And every time somebody just simply enjoys their coffee, they've actually created a meal for somebody in need and funded one of our farms.
Yeah.
And then the next product, which I'm really excited about, is our Giving Circle.
Yes, and I'm a member of this. And again, this is something I definitely want. Anyone that's listening to this, watching this, this is a good takeaway.
I think this is charities need...
Never been done before. Transparency.
Actually, I've never seen a charity do this on this scale before.
Yeah.
And because I'm a bit of a mad hatter, I'm going big. So I've got to build 100 farms. We've got a big problem.
Yeah.
So the way that I want to disrupt the charity space is providing full financial transparency and putting the donor at the center of what we do.
Yep.
No one does that at the moment. So, because since the fires in 2018, I've noticed a lot of people pulling back. There was always a bit of a dodgy charity situation because, the admin costs, people do things. There's a stigma around giving.
Yep.
And we have a problem. I've got to solve it. So I've got to work out how do we get people to build trust back.
Yeah, build that trust back
and how do we get that money? Because without the money and support, these farms stop straight away, and people are still going to go hungry. So what do we do? One, we have a Giving Circle. Two, it's $3.70 a month, less than a cup of coffee.
Yep.
And we did that deliberately because most people can lose $3.70 on a bar of chocolate, a Coke. You don't need it. Give it to somebody else. Three, it's a volume thing. So we're looking for 100,000 Aussies to get behind us to actually create a network of charity farms and actually have one of Australia's largest food relief programs. Yep. Like, we're building farms.
Yes.
This is going to be 1 acre farms.
I've got a couple of photos of the farm out here at Sanford. And if you guys want to come out here and visit, you guys do the occasional open days.
Send a message to Mick and he'll contact me and we'll do a private tour. I'll show you around. Or follow us on Facebook as well. So the idea is that these farms will be vegetables, fruit orchards, chickens, fish farms, the whole works. We need to have all this stuff. So these donors will fund that. So if we have 100,000 people at $3.70, that means it's $370,000 a month. That pays for a team to roll out and develop farms. I've got land for the next 25 farms ready to go. Yep. So the land's not the issue, it's just the support.
We just need money to make it happen.
So instead of going, give me, it's like, no, you're growing the food now.
Yep.
We're the facilitators. You are actually part of the mini farm army. You're actually doing the work. And we're actually making this happen together, and you're the principal, so we care about you. So it's full financial transparency. The donor gets to vote on which farm is built next. And then also, when we have our live stream operations meetings, the donors can sit in on that.
Yeah.
So you know how much money we made, you get to choose where the money's spent, and you get to see how much and what we're doing.
Yep.
Who else is doing that?
And at this time of the year, you either give your money to the ATO, or you give it to you.
You feed someone in need or feed the ATO.
Exactly
That's
right.
why, I actually had Channel 9 and Channel 10 come and interview me at Ronald McDonald House. And I actually said that line. They're like, no, you can't say that. I was like, yeah, I can. I was like, no, you're going to get audited.
Indeed. So, absolutely love what you're doing, Nick. And I totally agree that it is an issue that needs needs looking at, and it's a piece of cake to support Nick in what he's up to. So there'll be some links and stuff. Get on board, do some research, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Nick.
Okay, see ya.
Cool, man.
Awesome.